Previously on One Life to Live.
One word, your daughter's life is over.
None of this is Ben's fault. You can't accept him as a son. Why not just let him go in peace?
Guys say we cover him up again.
And never say a word about it to anyone, ever.
Colin McIver disappeared. Somebody out there knows more than they're saying. Ben. They all here?
Everybody except R.J. Pellegrino's bringing them in now. Your niece just walked in. You mind if I ask you a question, Commissioner?
Why did I call them all in?
Well, it sounds to me like you got a theory on McIver's disappearance. Think someone in this group might know something they're not telling?
Antonio, I wish I knew.
Hey, you okay?
You guys are rounded up too?
Yeah, well, just Jen and me and Chris decided to come along for the ride.
Bo knows something.
No, Jessica, it does not have to mean that.
What's going on? I was called in on my day off.
Bo's just calling in people asking questions about my Uncle Colin.
Well, personally, I hope he's dead and buried.
Yeah, me too. Look, don't worry, okay? He's called in everybody. He's asking questions to everyone. My mom, my dad, my Aunt Lainey. We just need to stick to our story.
I'm just scared.
No, I know. Hey, it's gonna be okay.
I keep seeing Colin's face everywhere I go.
I'm sure the commissioner would be interested to hear that, too.
Hear what?
Why Jessica keeps seeing Colin McIver's face?
Nigel, no phone calls, no visitors, no nothing. And I am not home to nobody. You know something? You could have had your lawyer send over the divorce papers.
When they're ready, I will.
Well, then, as far as I'm concerned, we have nothing else to talk about.
Oh, yes, we do. We need to talk about our son.
Ben, what are you doing?
I'm going to Albany. That's where the speaking tour is. I'm going to see my wife.
You can't do that.
Why not?
No, Ben, don't do it. Please don't come looking for me. Because if you find out what's going on, she's going to kill Jessica.
I keep seeing Colin's face because it's just...
He came by our place before he went away, and Jess was alone, and he scared her.
What did he want?
Well, he wanted to see me, but I wasn't there, so he leaned in on Jess, like the coward that he was.
But what did he want to see you about?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I wasn't there.
Right. Did he hurt you, Jess?
No, he didn't. He didn't have a chance to. Luckily, Christian was around.
Yeah, I was on my way to the storeroom that we have upstairs from the bar, and I heard some guy making loud threats. So I went to check it out, and it was Colin, being the jerk that he is. So I grabbed him and I threw him out.
Well, okay, so this girl's still haunted by the image of a bully that Landview's finest can't find a trace of. Why hound us, the victims? What's the problem, Commissioner?
Are you one of his victims? RJ, is that why you were at the dinner?
Well, gee, Bo, I don't know. I never found out why the bad doctor invited me. He didn't get past thrashing the in-laws and lots of innuendo aimed at the other guests.
You all knew Colin McIver. And there's a reason that he invited all of you, most of you, to his dinner in Cherryvale. And there's also a reason why he seems to have disappeared without a trace.
You make it sound as if those facts are all somehow connected.
Well, that's what we're here to find out.
One Life to Live, brought to you by McDonald's. We love to see you smile.
You know that Colin himself told us all that he was leaving. And it doesn't surprise me at all that he would want to taunt and humiliate as many of us as he could before he slithered off to his new life, wherever that is, whatever that is. I mean, that is his style, isn't it? Laney?
I gave up second-guessing Colin a long time ago. But he didn't just slither away. He went after Nora first.
Exactly. And he injected her with a drug that made her helpless. And then he kidnapped her. Again.
Well, I think it's obvious that he planned on taking Nora with him, and when that plan blew up in his face...
Yeah, but did it, Sam? How do you know that?
Well, I don't really. It's just speculation on my part. I mean, he did have airline tickets after all.
Yeah, but he never got on that plane to Hawaii or anywhere else. And we checked the bus and train stations, car rental agencies. Nothing.
So there was no farewell parade for this creep. Why assume one of us did him in?
I don't assume anything, RJ. Colin McIver's the only person that I want to bust right now, and I hope that I don't have to go after anyone else. Roseanne? Is there anything you'd like to add to what you've already told me?
I don't think so, no.
You know, I think I missed something the first time around, like, why were you invited to Cohen's party?
I don't have a clue.
Is this going to take much longer because I'm supposed to be in a meeting with a client right now?
All right, then why don't we start with you and Melanie and Sam then, Lindsay?
Christian, the commissioner didn't call you in. What are you doing here?
I was hanging out with Jen, so I came as a friend.
You think she's going to need one?
The last time I saw Colin was at that ridiculous Cherryvale gathering. My invitation said if I showed up, justice would be served. How? I don't know.
But you had a hunch.
I had a hope that he might fill in the blanks about all those months he had Nora captive.
You hoped that he would point a finger at me, didn't you, Sam?
Let him speak, Lindsay. You're going to get your turn.
The point is, I went. And I had to stand there while that piece of human garbage gloated about how he'd lied to my daughter and, in my book, ruined her life. All because she saw something that upset her when she was 11 years old and went to Uncle Colin for help, and he lied to her. You should never have stopped me from wiping that smug look off his face,
What is
Bo.
the point of rehashing all this? Colin broke our hearts yet again, and this time in front of a crowd. And he promised to do the same thing to everyone else, just for kicks. Well, the fact is that, with the exception of Nora, no one has seen or heard from Colin since that night.
Why are you so sure that no one else has had contact with him?
Benji doesn't want to have anything to do with me. And the feeling is mutual. I sent him some bodyguards over to protect him. What did he do? He kicked them out. And then for good measure, he stopped by here and told me to go to hell.
You gave Ben an olive branch, and I thank you for that. And maybe he'll take it the next time.
You look, I went soft in the head for a minute. Believe me, it will never happen again.
He said it's going to take more than planting a couple of goons on his front porch to bury The bitterness and the bad feelings that exist between the two of you.
The mob is after him, Renee. I gave him exactly what he needed.
And I am scared to death for him. And you are the last person that he would want me to come and ask for help. But I'm here. I don't know where else to turn.
Something else happened? They after him again?
I don't know. He called to tell me that he was going away for a while. I tried to pin him down where he was going and why, and he wouldn't tell me.
He doesn't want my help. Why the hell should I butt in?
You two are exactly alike. Would you stop being a stubborn mule for just 1 minute?
Excuse me. I have somewhere to go.
Where? Are you going to help Ben? Asa, are you going to help Ben? Answer me!
I need to see my wife.
I told you. Rourke's people are after you. Why do you keep insisting on putting your life in danger?
Be careful.
You'll be careful. After everything I've done, the trouble I've gone through, putting my own life in danger?
Gina, you know I'm grateful.
You're grateful. You know, that's not good enough. I really think I deserve to know why you would suddenly risk taking a bullet.
Some decisions I have to make for myself.
Even if they'll kill you? You know, I really hope that Vicky hasn't figured out a way to convince you to come see her, especially if she knows how dangerous it is.
Ben, don't do it. Just give it up, please, please.
Look, Vicky wouldn't want you to put your life in danger. Really, go ahead. Call her. Tell her that you're thinking about coming to meet her and see what she has to say.
A year ago today, Vicky had surgery. She was very ill, and I wasn't there for her. I am going to be there for her today.
Cancer.
How do you know about that? How did you find out about Vicky's cancer?
The journal, you know, that she wrote during her illness. It was published in the Banner.
So you just happened to pick up a copy at a Vegas newsstand?
No, I told you. I kept track of you when we weren't in touch.
Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah, it was very inspiring. You know, I cried right along with her, rooting for her to beat it. And thank God that she has so far.
You never read a word, you liar.
Well, now you understand why I have to see her.
I understand the importance of the anniversary, but I know that Vicky wouldn't want you to die trying to honor the date. Please, Ben. Please be reasonable.
Fine. I'll call Jackie again. Find out what the word is on the street.
That's a great idea. And I think Vicky would think so, too.
Brooke. You slumming again, Buchanan?
I want you to back off, Ben Davison.
Yeah, well, you and one of your flunkies already delivered that message.
Okay. I've got lots of money. I can make sure it gets to the right people. People who will make your life a whole lot easier.
Yeah, I figured you'd have a couple of judges and politicians in your back pocket. Well, something to think about.
And think fast. The offer's on the table for 2 minutes. I want this ended.
You know, that's really something. Coming from the guy who put the hit out on Davidson to begin with.
You have got a big mouth, Roy.
You know, I heard that the ex-doc turned out to be your son. And that makes things really interesting. How do you think your other son, the commissioner of police, would take it if he found out that dear old Dad tried to whack his brother?
You're the one that said that Collins disappeared for good.
No, I said he seems to have disappeared, but I can't speak for everyone else. Can you?
No, of course not. But I haven't seen Colin MacGyver since he did his sorry little number on my head at the Cherryvale Inn.
You know, as painful as that night was, I just had the feeling that you were worried that it was going to get worse.
It couldn't have been any worse.
But obviously, he was dangling something else over your head.
Yes, that I had somehow something to do with Nora's kidnapping. He said it so loud and so often that you and Sam, even my sister, believes it's true.
I just wanted to know the truth, that's all.
The truth is that Colin tried to turn everyone against me, including my kids. So if I want to believe that he's gone for good, you will forgive me, Bo, if I'm indulging myself in a little wishful thinking.
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd want to know if forensics just did another search on the MacIver house.
What'd they find?
Prince.
Anything match?
Yeah.
Who's Prince?
Well, pretty much everyone who's here. Mr. Rappaport, Mrs. Rappaport.
Well, of course my Prince would be there. I was at Cullen's house many times.
So was I.
I mean, that's common knowledge.
You're not going to tell me that Nora's prints weren't there?
No, Miss Buchanan's prints were also there.
Well, then what's the point?
You and Sam seem awfully defensive.
Not defensive. Offended. I am offended by these entire proceedings.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sam. Because we have a fugitive that we're trying to locate. He's wanted for kidnapping, and I'll do whatever's necessary to find out where he disappeared to. Were there any surprising prints?
No, but there are some that we still haven't been able to identify yet.
Well, let's hope they can give us something.
Be excused now?
Yeah. Yeah, for now. I'd like to see RJ and Roseanne next, please.
All right, I'll bring them right in.
Thanks. RJ, if you had to make a wild guess, why do you think that Colin MacGyver would invite you to his dinner party?
I just can't come up with an answer. And lucky me, I don't have to.
You know, the note I got mentioned you by name. Said I might learn something about you if I went.
Well, even Bo knows you can't believe everything you read.
Oh, I think MacIver was maybe trying to extort money from you. Maybe he knew something about your business. Another one off the books.
Oh, now see, that is an old, tired story. You know, I'm having serious doubts about the use of my tax dollars in this silly quest to find Colin MacGyver.
That surprises me. See, I'd think that you would want us to nail MacGyver because of what he did to Nora.
But it's not about, regardless of what I want, he can't come back.
He can't.
Well, he's upset too many of you good people, right? He can't come back. He doesn't want to pay for what he's done to Nora or anybody else.
Well, I think that'll be all for now, Mr. Gannon. Roseanne, I understand that you and Colin were more than just acquaintances.
You told him, Antonio? How could you do that to me?
I'm talking nice. Call your people off. Stop taking pot shots out of him. Or I swear, you sure as hell will find out what you're dealing with.
What's so damn funny?
Oh, man. Nobody is after Davidson. It's all smoke and mirrors. Somebody's playing a big joke on all of us.
The joke is over.
It ends now. Jackie, it's Ben. Listen, what's the 411 on the street? Are they after me again?
Well, now, how are you going to keep Ben from finding out what you're up to now? Because Jackie's going to tell him there's no danger.
Jackie will tell him what he hears from his sources, and I'll make sure he hears what I want.
Fine, then Ben will find another way to get to me, despite the risk, because obviously that's all he can think of right now. Gina, you have to know when to give up.
Oh, now, why would I do that? Because, you see, I always get what I want, one way or another.
Okay. Why do you want somebody who doesn't love you?
Why don't you just keep on track, Vicky? Because your life and your family's life really depends on you keeping your priorities straight. Call him and convince him not to join you.
Well, he may not listen, you know. He can be rather stubborn.
Well, then you're just going to have to convince him. Otherwise, somebody in your family is going to get hurt.
I don't get it. You're too smart to do this to yourself, you know. Because eventually you are the one who will wind up hurt.
Oh, why don't you just save it, okay? Because you're absolutely in no position to threaten me.
I'm not threatening you. Oh, no. Believe me, I'm not planning to hurt you. No, I'm talking about something else entirely. You see, I know something about you, Gina. Something even Ben doesn't know.
You think you have some secret on me? Something you could use against me? You're bluffing.
No, that's not it either. No. I just happen to know that you would never be satisfied having Ben just because you got rid of everybody else in his life.
Well, that's very true. But you see, he's going to love me again.
You don't even realize he's not the same person that he was. Gina, when you two were together, you were children.
We were a man and woman in love. And I guarantee you, Ben has not forgotten what it was like to be together.
No, I'm sure he hasn't forgotten. But he's moved on. And you haven't. That's the problem. You are just obsessed with trying to recreate exactly what you had way back then.
And why not? It was beautiful and it was precious.
But it's as if you're afraid that nobody's ever going to love you the way Ben did, and you're wrong.
Oh, please spare me the armchair psychology.
Come on, you're young, you're beautiful, you're smart.
Oh, and flattery's not going to get you anywhere either.
I'm not flattering you. You know this is true.
Oh, really? What truth do I know?
That there are any number of men who would love to be with you if you would only let them.
Why, Vicky, I think I'm blushing.
You have to let go of the past. You really have to do it. See, I had to do that too, and I did. And that's when I found Ben. Now, if you could do the same thing, who knows who might walk into your life.
Do you have any idea how lucky you are?
Yes, I do.
Because there's only one Ben Davidson.
I know that. And he's mine.
For now.
You think because you've got me locked up here that I'm the prisoner, but you know what? You're trapped. You are wasting your entire precious life chasing a fantasy. And I'm afraid you're going to wake up one day and all you're going to have left is just the fantasy. I don't know why you would do that to yourself, really. Because you don't have to steal love. Besides which, that kind of love would never bring you the happiness that you're looking for.
Make the call. convince him not to join you.
Jackie?
No, just your wife.
Just my wife, huh? Just the woman I'd give up everything to see right now and to hold? I've learned my lesson, Blondie. You are never out of my sight again.
I like that idea. So, you sound as if this call from Jackie could be important. Is something wrong?
No, it's Jackie and I were just coming up with a surprise for you, that's all.
Really? What were you two cooking up?
Well, you don't think I forgot what today is, do you?
No, not for a minute.
You know, a year ago today, I thought I'd lost you. And I didn't even know the real danger.
Yeah, well, you were having your own problems, weren't you?
Finding out I was Ace's son was nothing compared to what you were going through.
I was very frightened. I won't deny that. Breast cancer is awful. But the fact that you were with me made it, well, really not so bad.
Well, I'm glad you think I helped, but, Blondie, you did it all on your own.
Ben, I was so afraid I would lose you.
Lose me? I was watching you face your own mortality. Life can really throw you some curves.
Yeah. Don't I know that?
Which is why I want to see you today. And I'm going to do everything I can to make this happen. Blondie, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Well, what is it? What's wrong?
What I told you was private. I wasn't talking to a cop, and don't pretend that you didn't know that,
Roseanne,
Antonio.
I didn't do this to betray you or humiliate you.
No. Well, that's exactly how I feel right now. Betrayed and humiliated.
No, that's what Colin did to you. I'm trying to help you.
By making points with your boss, I don't need that kind of help, Antonio.
Roseanne, Antonio wants to nail MacGyver to stop him from preying on women like he preyed on you, Nora, Melanie, even Jen Rappaport, and who knows how many other women.
In other words, he was just doing his job.
Roseanne, I hate what he put you through.
So you're going to put me through it all over again? I was drunk and totally out of my mind when I ran into Colin MacGyver, or I would have never let myself near him.
Antonio carefully explained the situation to him.
Oh, really? Well, did he explain to you that he had just dumped me? That I didn't even care what happened to me?
Commissioner knows all the circumstances, Roseanne.
When you wanted to give us another chance, I told you about that night in confidence, Antonio. Because I love you and I was afraid of losing. I trust you.
Yeah, and I want to trust you. But you lied to me. Over and over again. You lied to me why you went to Colin MacGyver's mystery dinner party. You lied to me why Sophia saw Colin
because
at
I
your
was
place.
scared.
You
Okay?
lied.
I was scared, and I had the right to be. You know why? Because as soon as I told you the truth, you went straight to Bo.
I didn't do this to hurt you. This is a police investigation. Every bit of information is important.
I've worked here long enough to know my rights. And you don't have to keep me here unless you plan to arrest me.
You're here voluntarily, Roseanne, to answer questions.
Then I'll be leaving voluntarily. If you have any more questions, why don't you ask Antonio? He'll tell you anything you want to know.
I apologize, Commissioner. I cared about her. I want to believe she's telling me everything.
The commissioner's ready to see you.
I'd like to accompany my daughter. Jennifer's 18. She doesn't need a guardian. You think she might need an attorney?
Dad, stop being overprotective. I'm fine.
What, Christian? Oh, I'm with Jen. But don't worry, I'm not her attorney. I'm just here as a friend.
All right, well, your prints were found in MacGyver's, too, so why don't you come on in? I'll handle it.
Yeah.
Will, I know what you did to MacGyver, and I know why.
Well, Asa,
Well, what?
how did you protect Ben?
What makes you think I would do anything for that ingrate?
No games. Just tell me what you did to keep our son alive.
I talked to someone. I don't know whether I did any good or not.
And if you think that that is going to satisfy me, you've forgotten who you're talking to.
I'm going to tell you, you can be one damn pain in the butt when you want something.
It's what you love most about me. Now tell me what you did to help Ben.
I did what I could. But I promise you this, Renee. I will take care of it.
You do care what happens to Ben.
Blondie, tell me what's going on. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. I was just looking at the monitor. I'm at the airport, and my flight's been delayed. You know, I'm trapped at the airport.
Oh, wait, where are you?
I'm in Buffalo, and my flight to Wilmington was delayed 2 hours.
Wait a minute, Wilmington? I thought you were going to Albany.
Yeah, I was. And then, well, that flight got canceled because of the weather, so I decided to just skip Albany and go straight to Wilmington.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that I didn't come and surprise you in Albany.
Yeah, you'd have been the one with the surprise.
Lousy surprise.
I kind of had the feeling you might try and do something like that. That's why I'm glad I got to you in time.
You know, Blondie, I think you know me too well.
Yeah. I really do. Hold on a second. They're making some kind of an announcement. I think I probably better listen. You know what? Why don't I call you back later on when I know what's going on, okay?
Okay. Listen. I love you. And I am with you.
I know you are. You are with me. Always. And you know me so well, Ben. You do know that there's something that's not right here.
Hey. Did you get a hold of Jackie McNaughton?
It isn't going to happen. Vicky's stuck in Buffalo.
Look, I know how important this was to you. You're the type of man that remembers important things. It's what I have always admired about you.
said he didn't know where you lived. Gina, what's going on here?
Roseanne,
Leave me alone.
not like this.
I don't have anything else to say to you,
I think
Antonio.
you do. I think you know more. I want you to tell me what it is.
That's why you came after me. You want another piece of information?
No, I want things to be straight between us. Tell me what it is that you're keeping from me, Roseanne.
Melanie, we're going to have to talk about how we want to approach this. If Bo's going to be treating us all like suspects, then...
Sam, I need to go back in there. There's something that I need to tell Bo. I just have to tell him.
What is it that you have to tell Bo, Laney?
What do you mean? That you know what I did to Colin. What do you think I did?
You hurt him pretty badly.
That's not true. Who told you that?
Oh, Jen, it's okay. I just think you have the wrong facts, that's all, Bo.
Yeah, but it's a matter of public record. You went after MacGyver financially. You almost ruined him. Now, he couldn't have been too happy about that.
No, he wasn't, but there also wasn't anything that he could do about it.
But that's the reason that he came over to your loft looking for you. You weren't there, so he went after Jess. He also went after your mother, after your sister, right? You see, the one thing that I don't get, though, is that you did a great job of trashing his investments, but then you stopped before you finished them off. Now, why is that?
Because I wanted him to have something left for him to lose in case he didn't stop hurting the people that I care about.
Yeah, but it didn't work, did it? Because then he went after your mother at that dinner party, made some pretty sleazy innuendos about getting closer to your sister.
Oh, Bo, what are you saying?
I wonder if you didn't try to scare him off another way.
No, I did. What are you accusing me?
Leave Will alone. He didn't do it.
He didn't do what, Jessica?
On the next One Life to Live.
You told me he didn't know where you live.
He didn't.
Don't shut me out, Roseanne. I can help you.
Do you know where Colin is? Have you seen him?
We need to know everything she knows about what happened to Colin and his disappearance.
From exclusive interviews to personal behind-the-scenes moments, keep up with your favorite soap stars with Soap Center. Coming up next on SoapNet, devoted to soaps and you.